Hi everybody, I thought we could talk about Albert. So Albert is an eclectus parrot, and some people call them Eckies for short. So if you ever hear that, you know what they are. So Albert is a green one, and the green ones, you don't have to get them DNA'd. So if they're green, like Albert is, it's a boy. If they're red, it's a girl. So you don't have to get them DNA'd or anything like that, because once they get their feathers, you know their sex. So green for a boy and red for a girl. So Albert is different from other parrots. He has a slow digestion. Albert has a slow digestion, so that means that he's always hungry, and so he can eat loads and loads and loads, and he'd be hungry because it takes a long time to get down to his tummy. So yeah, and he can't have pellets. He can't have pellets because they'll swell in his throat, because obviously he's got a slow digestion. He doesn't eat seed. He's a fruit and vegetable and chops, lots of different chops, you know, like vegetables and things like that. That's what chops are called. People use different terms to what their vegetables are. He loves his nuts. As you can see, he's eating a walnut now, and yeah, he's just totally friendly. My one's friendly. I can't say that they're all friendly, but this is my one, and he is super, super friendly. He does talk. He says peekaboo. He says hello. He says Albert. He's not got the greatest talking ability like other parrots, but he does talk, and I'm very happy whether he talks or not. He also is so much in love with me, and he does sometimes regurgitate his food to me, which is disgusting because I do not want to be fed. Yes, and he loves his toys. He loves chewing things. Only when he's outside his cage. When he's in a cage, at night time, they all go in their cages. When he goes in his cage, he doesn't tend to play with any of his toys. His cage never gets touched with chewing toys or anything like that. Albert loves kiwi fruit, and he also loves dragon fruit, because obviously he's a fruit eater. He's a parrot that likes his fruit, and he can have more fruit than other parrots. Usually you have to watch the sugar in contents for your parrots and only give them fruit once a week. But Albert's diet is, he does need his fruit and he does need his vegetables. So he can have fruit every single day if he wants to, because that's his breed and that's what he lives on. And if he was in the wild, that's what he'd be looking for. Albert is quite big. I would say he's bigger than Barney, who's my African grey. He's about the same size as Nora, who's my cockatoo. So I'd say he's about 16 inches high from feet to obviously the top of his head. So it's quite a big bird, and when he does bite, he doesn't bite me often at all, to be quite honest with you, but when he does, it really does hurt, because as you can see, he's got a really big beak. So how do you know if they're going to be ill? So Albert will change to like a yellowy colour, and his beak will start going black if he's not well. So that's how you can tell if he's sick, and he'll probably get, by that time where he's changing colour, he'd probably be quite sick by then. So you should really look for the signs. If a bird is sick, you can often see in their eyes, because they go a bit more sunken in and things like that. Luckily, I haven't ever had a sick bird. So yeah, so if his eyes sort of like start going sunken in, or you know, you can always tell by their crop if they're not eating. As you can see, Albert's got a really full up crop at the moment, because as I told you, he's got a slow digestion, and he's always eating. And as you can see, under his wings is red, and it's also blue as well. He's got lovely colours under his wings, but obviously you don't really see them unless, like, obviously he's having a spray or something like that, and then all his lovely colours come out. Albert was a baby before he turned green, All of this kind of breed, they start off as black, so you don't actually know what sex they're going to be until they get their feathers. He has very big feet too, as you can see. So I don't really think there's much else that I can tell you about Albert, but if you do want to know anything else, just let me know and I'll try and answer your questions about Albert. Anything that you need to know, or if you have the same breed and you need to know anything. Obviously I haven't got a girl, so I can't advise anybody about the girls. I can only tell you about the boy because that's all I've got. So but I'm happy to help anybody.